Ladies and gentlemen, on March 7th, live on the home of Boxing DAZN at Misfits Duel 2, the former heavyweight kingpin Tempo Arts returns against the Britain's Got Talent winner, the dancing sensation, Jordan Banjo. Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Week. It's great to have you. Let's start with Tempo. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's been a good 7-8 months since I've been in, but ready to go again. And always look forward to the fight rather than all the talking, as you know. I hate the talking.
Hate this part.
I hate it so much, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Jordan, how are you?
I'm good. Well, to be fair, I've already lost one thing to Tempo. Big game, man. This is.
That is good.
I'm struggling here, bro. Look at that. My man's come like a Viking, and I'm here clinging on.
Well,
bro.
hold on. I can't even grow one. Now, gentlemen, I want to take us back to May of 2025. The last time we saw you on Misfits was the same exact night, X Series 21. You had the Survivor tag. You had Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Now, both you were victorious, and I want to just reflect on that for a moment. Tempo, how was that Survivor tag experience?
It was a bit weird because all the tagging, obviously, because every time I got someone hurt, they just tag out. So it's like, it's weird. Then obviously I got to the end with Curtis. I was a bit tired, and it went how it went.
Yeah.
But I think I won every round pretty much. So yeah, it was a good show. Yeah.
Jordan, you had Will on your hands, your Misfits debut, successful third round TKO. Walk me through and reflect on that experience.
I think if I'm honest, it was different to how I thought it was gonna go. My first bout, obviously Tempo's had a few more, and I guess even for him doing that tag team thing was a bit of a weird one. It was a weird thing to sort of get your head around, right? It just sort of changed it. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that could have gone 10 times better for me. In hindsight, though, a lot of things have been put right, which I'm excited for now. I feel like I can come into this fight a lot better off, and yeah, we'll get the job done.
When you watch his fight with Will, Tempo, what sticks out to you?
I would say, obviously, both their first fights.
Yeah.
So it was a bit like rushed, and I think obviously adrenaline, they're not used to it. So I'm obviously expecting to come in 10 times better. So yeah.
When you watched his Survivor Tag performance, and maybe that one wasn't reflective of Tempo's skill that evening, but when you watch the tape, what sticks out to you on Tempo Arts?
Leave him alone. We fucking knocked everyone out, man. I was like, Tempo, give him a break, bro.
Well, I guess we're done here, yeah.
He just sicked him up. But when I watched it, I was like, look, it's what you know you're gonna get from Tempo. Do you know what I mean? He comes forward, but smartly. He's got fast hands, fast feet, but he's a good fighter. Do you know what I mean? There's no taking that away.
Yeah.
And I think he sort of proved that. You sort of saw a whole sort of mix of what Misfits has to offer. Some guys who had fought before, like Godson, even though Tempo had already beat him. Some guys who were making their debut. And Tempo made short work of most of them, to be fair. So you credit where it's due. Like, he smashed it.
You talked about how no one could really take your power at Survivor Tag, and in the heavyweight division, few can really.
Yeah.
How do you think Jordan is going to deal with your power?
It's obviously, I think Will Anderson was about 200, I don't know what pound, 220?
Big guy.
Yeah. So obviously I'm like 260, 265, so it's a bit different, like as you know. So I think the power, he might not have experienced it by a bigger person before in 10 ounce, obviously. Yeah.
You talk about the height being maybe one of your biggest characteristics here. What else do you think that you have on Tempo Arts?
Over Tempo.
Yeah.
Not experienced. Tempo's definitely more experienced. Not beard. We've already established that.
I don't like how many no's you're going on this.
Guys, I'm struggling. No, I'm joking. Over Tempo, look, do you know what? You don't want to give too much away.
Sure,
right?
Of course.
Game plans leading to other game plans, and we've got our thoughts. So look, Tempo's good at what he does. He knows he's good at what he does. And I'm yet to show what I'm good at.
Yeah.
But I think that's the one thing I take away from the Will fight was that the biggest problem is that I didn't really do anything. Do you know what I mean? I just sort of waited for shots. It might have even been you on comms, bro. Someone was on comms and I heard when he's throwing, he's not missing, but he's just not throwing. Like that was like the main thing that people were saying. And, you know, Tempo's right. Adrenaline sort of hit. You get that sort of first fight nerves and, you know, a lot's changed since then. So this time will be a lot better.
When you think about this heavyweight division, obviously there's a lot of excitement and interest within it. Tempo, obviously not looking past Jordan, but are there greater plans for you this year?
Yeah, definitely. I want to fight Chase, as you know, obviously. He beat Andrew Tate. So I'd like to fight him again. I beat him when I was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
And he's been an athlete his whole life. 3 years ago, I couldn't even walk down the street. Like, I was in my room playing games. Literally couldn't run down the street or nothing. I was almost 400 pounds. So I don't even think it should have been even the challenge, I think you should have took me out round 1.
Yeah.
But now I'm almost 22, been training a few years.
You got your man.
Yeah,
years
exactly.
On you
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So I like to see how that goes with Chase, obviously.
Jordan, when you think about your goals here at Misfits, right? First time you fought May of last year, now 7-8 months later coming back. Is this going to be a big year for you in 2026 within boxing?
Yeah, we hope so. That's the plan. No one, I feel like this is the difference between Misfits and pros, right? You get the pro route, they bring you in. Nobody, unless you're flipping Lomachenko or Usyk, is fighting the ex-champion in their second fight. Do you know what I mean? That if you're a pro. Obviously, the crossover route isn't like that. You go in, you dive in head first, you face challenges, and you go through it to keep getting better. And at the end of the day, whether it be Tempo, Chase, Tate, my nan, if you've got the belt, I want to fight you in the end. Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to get to the belt. I'm not sure for you, Tempo. Actually, I'm curious. Yeah, would you rather fight Chase or for the belt if you had to pick?
Whatever brings the money.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Doing my
curious.
job. Let's see, Tempo. What?
Yeah, whatever brings the money. I'm here to provide for my kid and my family. So
Fair dues.
whatever, honestly.
It's prize fighting.
Yeah,
At the end of the day.
that's the end of the day, yeah.
No, you know, because like that fight is sort of it's disputed a little bit, right? Between Tempo and Chase, and then man go back and forth. And obviously, you never lost the belt, you gave it up, and then he won the belt. But then Chase will always say, "You never beat me, I was robbed." And so I wanted to know for.
I should have been the one against Andrew Tate, but
Okay, see, I just want to see where your head's at with it.
It
Do
is
you know what
what
I'm
it
saying? I
is.
want to know where your head's at.
yeah.
When you look at Jordan, right, you're getting to size him up for the first time in maybe a while. What do you see?
Well, I've met him before. Obviously, he was like backstage. I think we was both getting our medicals or something. But I've already met him. Obviously, he's a big guy. You know what I mean? But it's boxing at the end of the day. I'm always, literally every fight I've ever had, I'm fighting big guys.
Yes.
I'm not a very big heavyweight, except for like.
Not tall.
Yeah, I'm not tall. Yeah. I'm not a very tall heavyweight, but it is what it is.
Jordan, first time you're seeing Tempo in quite some time as well. What do you see? What is the eye test for you?
Do you know, I see what I see every time. When I watch him on TV, when I watch his fights, when I saw him in a medical. I think I saw him in like some random hotel grill where we went to get food before, and I see him sitting with his team before. Like we was both there getting food at the same place.
That's rude. He sees you at the restaurant. That's mean, man.
Oh, no, he saw me there too, bro. We're both there.
Always both heavyweights.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? No, composed, ready, relaxed. Do you know what I mean? Like he's obviously confident. He knows what he brings. That's good. We want a good fight. So it's no point either one of us coming in scared or meek or this or that. You know, you're not going to get. I'm not going to talk about his kid or his missus. He's not going to talk about mine. We're going to throw a table. We're here to fight. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we're going to do.
Last question for now for both of you. Your prediction on how the evening goes. Jordan, how do you envision Saturday playing out?
I win. That's it. I know there should be a bigger, more complicated answer. I win. That's
Two
the
words.
plan.
That's all you need.
That's all I need. I'm guessing it's the same for him as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
I obviously believe I'm going to win too. And I feel like I need this, whereas he's got obviously other stuff he can do, like dancing or podcast. This is like everything for me. So
This is it.
yeah.
I love it. March 7th, live on the home of Boxing DAZN, Britain's Got Talent superstar Jordan Banjo, the former champion who never lost the title in the ring, Tempo Arts. We'll see whose heavyweight journey progresses and whose falls behind. I'll see you there, live on DAZN.